On you guys? I'm back with another video. So I just want to talk about this topic. I know I kind of done a couple videos on this, being a light, and I just want to share this. I just want to do this again because I feel like this video can inspire people and it also can encourage people, who are in my position, or who are young with a purpose, who are young and have a relationship with God, and just yesterday, I was having a conversation with my mom. My mom was my mom caught me listening to Christian. I was listening to POD Christian rock, and she was saying, that music you listen to is of the devil. It's not of God. It's all the dancing is doing is of the devil, and all that other stuff. And I was like, what? And I'm just like, what? You stop, stop acting white. You're not white, And she was just going, she was going at me, because, for those who don't know my mom was very old school. She's old school Pentecostal black woman. So everything that's outside of like, church, choir singing and stuff like that is, it's not God, not a God or whatever. So it's nice. So like I grew up in that environment. So like, where hip hop is considered of the devil, where rock is considered of the world, R&B, soul, I listen, I'm a multicultural person, so I can enjoy, stuff from my culture like hip hop or, R&B or soul just as much as I can enjoy a pop song or just enjoy, a metal song, as long as it's a good music and as long as it doesn't, go against to what my beliefs, it shouldn't matter. But because of, that generational gap between me and my mom, and because of the whole tradition she has, that whole traditional mindset she has, she can't see beyond just, she can't see everything. She can't see beyond just what she knows. So, as someone who comes from that environment, I know I have, I understand why so many young people feel that they can't really be themselves in Christ because, first of all, when you're a Christian, there are certain things that you just not gonna, you're just not gonna do. But then also, um, you have a lot of traditional mindset. People are traditional, is legalistic, stuff that keeps young people from having any fun. And you can't dress like this. You can't listen to certain types of music. You can't watch this certain type of movies. Blah blah blah. So it kind of puts us pressure on us. And and then with our friends, they already think we weird for being a Christian. Then got people in the church who look at us different because we express ourselves different. We don't we don't dress like we don't dress like it's the 1950s. We dress, modern and current, but we just don't show our bodies like that. And so it's it's something that I struggle with because, you know, like I grew, like I said, I grew up Pentecostal. I respect, I respect the tradition of my, denomination. I respect that because you know, I like church. I love, some Ty Tribbett. I love some, I love some Ty Tribbett. I love some Kurt Carr. I love that gospel, that good old black gospel music that I grew up listening to. But, but because I'm older now, because, I've hung around different types of people, I can, enjoy other genres of music that glorify God, Like I was listening to Toby Mac, and I was like, dang, that's dope. I was listening to Lecrae. When I remember the first time I heard Christian rap, I didn't know Christian rap was considered worldly. I mean, well, gospel rap at least. When I started this gospel rap, I didn't realize it was considered worldly or bad until I became a Christian. And how like grandmothers would look at it as weird or as or whatever. So you're gonna have a lot of pushback from a lot of people from your parents or grandparents if depending on the type of depending on your type of family. But that's why I want to do these videos. That's why I want to do. That's why I'm doing this poetry because I know when you're young, you just want to do you. You're tired of you don't want to be preached to. You don't want things shoved down your throat. I get that. I understand that. That's why I try. That's why I want to be an example. Like you could have swag. You could have fun. You could have swag. You could have fun and still love God. You don't have to just be serious and 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 uptight about everything and then whatever, you can still do you and still love God. And but without sinning, without cursing, without doing drugs or whatever. And I hope and then but some people don't understand that because again, church tells us everything's sinful and blah blah blah, and and so I but at the same time, though, I understand that you can't just do everything the world's doing. You can't just copy the world's trend. You can't just follow the world's fashion. You can't just, do things just because it's cool and trendy. You gotta do things because you do things because because the spirit of God lets you do it. It's not because it's cool, not because you're trying to be hip. You do it because it's something you enjoy, and it comes from a pure place. It has to come from a pure place. It has to comes from pure enjoyment, and it comes from and it doesn't go against the word of God. That's why you do certain things. You don't do it just because oh it's cool, it's popping, whatever. Like there are a lot of things I don't do there are a lot of things that people do that I don't do. And so my mom she thinks that my mom thinks I'm leading my brother astray, even though my brother kind of was always doing his whole thing, always doing his whole thing. I mean, I'm not gonna put his business out there, but my brother, me and my brother, we always took different paths in lives, stuff like that. So but for her to say that, for him to tell her that, because my brother, he's just like, oh, I don't care, do what you want to do, do you. But for him to say that, just really, just like, really, just it really like messed me. It really just how can I say messed me up because I was like, dang man, like I can't like dang just because. I mean, I get my mom. I get like again, my mom's traditional, old school, Black Pentecostal. So I get that fact that she's not going to stand it. But for him to tell me her that just really just shows me that some people just can't get over tradition. It's not just old people either. Like there's some older people who are 60 and over that gets it. That's like, okay, I may not like every music thing you listen to, but it glorify God, and I like the person has a part of integrity. I rock with that. But I know, but for young people, a lot of young people who grow up in the black church, they don't feel that rap music should be in the church. They feel that rap and hit gospel should be separate genres. They don't mind to J. Cole or Kendrick. They don't mind to rap music that talk about smoking, drinking, fornicating. But if they listen to a rap song about God, it's all of a sudden it's kind of weird, it's corny, it's lame, it's not of God, it's sinful, you know, etc. So that's why I hang around different. That's why I pray to God about me keeping around godly people because I don't wanna have to deal with this every single day. I don't wanna have to go through this every time. I'm just doing little things like that. Because you know so many people get hurt by the church. So many people get hurt by traditional legalism. People get hurt by legalism. Things that have good intentions, but it comes a moral code. It becomes something that you have to do. Where it says nowhere in the Bible that this type of music is sinful. So that's my whole take on this. But I don't want to rant. I don't mean this video to turn into a rant, but I just feel like I had to put this out there because like some people need that. Some people need somebody who's cool, who's doing something cool, but still loves God, and that's what young people listen to. If you're doing something cool and you're doing something dope, like like spoken word is very needed in the church in these day and age because of the whole rap and rock thing is sinful. Like poetry is like the blueprint of all genres of music. Because so so spoken words come from pure place. There's no beat to it. It just you talking, and me saying stuff that rhymes or saying stuff that makes sense. They be like, oh shoot, oh that's dope, oh word, oh snap, snap. They will get hype about it because I remember listening to P4CM. I remember watching, and they were just saying some crazy lines, like crazy flashy lines. I'd be like, dang, and these are Christians, and they be saying and they be saying words, lines that be make you like, wow, that goes hard. So using metaphors, similes, rhyme schemes. They be using a lot of alliteration in their poetry. They be yeah. I mean illusions. Yeah, illusions. Yeah, my bad. Illusions. For those who understand literature, illusion is like when you referencing like referencing something from like a book or movie or TV show. So like it's so dope to seeing that from a Christian, like, and like I'm showing people that you could be young, you be young, and you can have swag and still love God and still not sin and still, and still like live a prosperous life. I want to show people that. So that's why a lot of young people talk to me. That's why a lot of like kids, relate to me because, you know, they understand where I'm coming from. They get the fact that there are certain things they can't do or can't say. They get that idea of being sheltered and then you want to do your own thing, but your parents won't let you. And it's not necessarily wrong. I'm not talking about sneaking out the house. I'm not talking about staying up till like 4 o'clock in the morning just to go to a party. I'm not talking about those things. I talk about things like, you know, dressing, a certain way, like, getting attacked. I'm talking about dressing a certain way that may not be, you know, that may not be suits and tie, whatever, or I mean, I'm not talking about like experience mini skirt or getting like tatted up. I'm talking about this dressing, like a skater, or a punk, or dressing or wearing baggy jeans, like stuff like that. You know, can can get into arguments, can get into like 20-minute conversations with your parents, or listen to a certain genre of music that's not CCM or gospel, you know, but it doesn't score, but it's not sinful either. Like, so that's why I want to do this video. But anyway, this is Mario signing off.